What's up, Saiyan Army? Before this video begins, I want your guys' feedback. Remember, this channel is for you guys, to help you guys. So comment below something you guys like about the channel and something that you want to see more of in the channel. Alright? I usually just go by likes. My chest overload video got a lot of likes, so I'm assuming, you know, I did lots of, it was a very informative video. Whether you're brand spanking new or you've been lifting for a while, it was a very informative video. So I'm gonna be doing more of that. But comment below, let me know what you guys want to see more of and what do you guys like about the channel. Alright, so to the workout. Today's supposed to be an overhead press based workout. Overhead press, I had shoulder impingement on my right side. I was stupid and didn't rest, and I kept working through it, doing overhead press anyways. So what happened was I started babying my right side and using more of my left side. Right side is fully healed now. Now left side, I believe it's maybe a slight impingement or something to do with my rotator cuff. I'm not exactly sure. So learn from me, guys, and take rest. Don't be stubborn. I know rest days suck and it sucks when you can't do something, but be smart. Right after my first overhead press, the 185 for a set of 5, I could feel my shoulder, but it wasn't too bad, and I was actually gonna push through it. Then I bumped into Tehran, who told me about his friend that snapped his rotator cuff up, and then I decided to be smart. So here's him hitting some 315 Zerker squats. He wanted me to film for Instagram, so I decided to film for you guys. I've never done Zerker squats before. I'd be kind of scared to tear my bicep, but he really likes them, so maybe I'll give them a try later. So anyways, let's get into today's topic, and that is how to create that mind-muscle connection. This video is good for whether you've been lifting for me, like me, you know, a long time, or for the newest person, for the person who's brand spanking new to the gym. And a lot of times we get caught up in doing lots of weight, and you know, we get worried about, oh, gotta overload the muscle, you know, more weight, gotta grow. Especially as a natural bodybuilder, you gotta do more weight to grow. You gotta be strong, okay, in order to be big. Now, and then we forget about creating that mind-muscle connection and really feeling the muscle squeeze. Remember, bodybuilding is all about muscle contractions, right? Tearing down those muscle fibers, feeling the muscle squeeze. The heavier weight you use tears deeper into the muscle, right? So it can build, get bigger, you can grow, create that muscle hypertrophy. Now the first tip I'm gonna give you guys is to create that mind-muscle connection, to perform the lift without any weight. So if you're doing a bench press, just right here, and feel your chest contract. Okay, just go through the motions. When I first got into lifting, this is what I did a lot, and that is just to create the mind-muscle connection. I'm putting my mind right into my chest and feeling it squeeze. Lat pull down, same way. And just retract and squeeze those lats, okay? Feel the contraction, okay? If you can do a pull-up with like this, with just your hands, and you can feel the muscles contract, when you do your pull-up, you're gonna be able to feel your lats, okay? Same thing, even if you're doing like a row or something, let's say you're doing a row, okay, without any weight. Number 2 is going to be palpation. Now palpation only works for certain muscles, mainly the back. Lats, when I first started lifting, was a real hard muscle to learn how to contract. So what we do is I would do pull downs, and my boy Tyson, who you met in Vegas, would tap my lats or put his fingers on my lats while I'm doing it. And what that indicates, what that was telling me, is telling my mind to squeeze where he's touching. So I'd focus on squeezing where he's touching. Alright, this mainly works for the back. Guys, don't go into the gym and touch your training partner's chest or his legs while he's doing something and tell people that I told you to do that. This only works for the back, palpation, and maybe a few other muscles, but you know, keep it PG-13, please. Okay, and moving on to the third one. The third one is not a step that I personally like, but I know people who like it, so I'm gonna throw it in there anyways. And that is to pre-exhaust the muscle. Like, I know a lot of people who train chest, but before they start training chest, what they do is they do flies, just light flies. They do like 3 or 4 sets of 20 to warm up the muscle and, you know, bring all that muscle into your chest and really focus on the contraction. They notice when they start bench pressing, they can feel their chest a lot more because it's already pre-exhausted. Same thing with squats. A lot of people, before they do squats, they do leg extensions. One, to help warm up the knees, and two is to focus on squeezing their quads, because a lot of times when people squat, they don't feel their quads contract. So pre-exhausting is another form of creating the mind-muscle connection. Whatever you're doing though, just make sure you're getting that squeeze. All right, keep a nice tempo with the reps. If you notice, my reps are always, I have a nice tempo going. There's never really jerky or anything. I got a nice tempo going. I'm feeling the contraction after every rep. All right, so don't forget to comment below, like the video. See you guys in the next video. Much love, all of y'all. Strength and honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!